Top 10 Facts About The Walking Dead. 10. The Math. Zombie apocalypse series The Walking Dead began as a comic book series in 2003. Creator Robert Kirkman left his job at Marvel for independent comic book publisher Image Comics. He wanted to attempt to save the entire comic book industry by challenging the corporation's monopoly over the industry. The comic is still ongoing, but since then, the franchise has spawned into a hit TV series, a web series, and a video game. In 2015, The Walking Dead prequel Fear the Walking Dead quickly became the #1 rated cable series launched on record with 10.1 million viewers. Each episode of The Walking Dead costs an estimated $2.75 million to create, but earns $11 million just from TV screenings. The show has also been translated into 44 other languages. Both NBC and HBO rejected the show when the producers first contacted them to greenlight the idea. Looking at these figures, we think they may be regretting that choice now. 9. Location, location, location. The Walking Dead series takes place across the American state of Georgia. The first episode required producers to close off 4 blocks of Atlanta for one iconic scene. Season 3 took place almost entirely in a prison, which the crew built themselves to ensure that the actors reacted naturally to their surroundings. When building a moat around the prison, the crew discovered quicksand, but that's not the only drama they've encountered on set. When shooting a scene for Season 1, a real SWAT team arrived on set after a worried local spotted a gunman on the roof. It turned out to be the character of Merle Dixon, filming for Episode 2.
You ought to be more polite to a man with a gun!
8. School of Walkers. The Walking Dead would be nothing without its zombies, and thanks to special effects director Greg Nicotero, they're some of the best zombies seen on TV and film. The training begins at Zombie School, where 150 to 200 extras are enrolled at the start of each season. Nicotero instructs the actors to walk across the room, attack the cameraman, and then try to get through a closed door. Without directing them in any way, he then handpicks his favourites and ranks them in order to decide who goes closest to the camera. Depending how much a particular zombie is featured, they can earn around $600 for 2 days filming. The most famous zombie is known as Bicycle Girl and was featured in the show's first episode. She even has her own web series about her backstory. 7. 5,000 to 1. In the show, the walkers outnumber humans by 5,000 to 1, and worryingly, across the 5 seasons, there have only been 758 on-screen walker kills, so they better get moving if they want to beat this thing. Season 3 has the greatest kill streak of the series, with a total of 297 kills, but this is no surprise, considering the group of survivors cleared out an entire prison block and courtyard before fighting off several zombie swarms. Protagonist Rick Grimes is responsible for most of the zombie kills in the cast, and is therefore one of the main reasons why the show uses over 136 litres of fake blood per episode. 6. It's not a documentary. The visual effects geeks behind The Walking Dead do some pretty incredible things to make the show completely realistic. Some of the show's most iconic locations have been improved on with blue or green screen, meaning it can take 10 days to complete visual effects for one episode. The editing magic even extends to the cast's vast weaponry, with each weapon having around 6 different versions: rubber, plastic, retractable, original, aluminium and digital. Because of this, it takes 1 to 5 days to composite a hero walker's death. Using a digital weapon means editors can digitally extend a sword or a knife to make the kill more impressive and more realistic. 5. Inconsiderate zombies. A majority of the zombies in the show have been dead for months, are decaying from head to toe, and have very limited motor abilities. The makeup alone takes 4 artists 1 hour to make up 50 zombies. Walkers closest to the camera get special treatment and take around an hour and a half. The makeup is also different for each series, as the zombies are expected to be more decayed and starved as time goes on. Due to the zombies' lack of brain function, the extras need to ensure that they never blink when the camera is on them, and in the likely event that they do, the editors have to edit out their eyelids in post-production. The zombies are also unable to make the iconic moaning sounds during filming so as to not distract the actors. All zombie noises are also added in post-production. Another fun task the editors deal with is removing the steam from the mouths when the shoots take place in winter. 4. Conspiracies. Viewers have noticed crossovers between AMC's two biggest shows, Breaking Bad and The Walking Dead, suggesting the two shows are in a shared universe. In Breaking Bad, Skyler and Walter discuss a red Dodge Challenger. Cut to The Walking Dead universe, and what is Glenn driving? The same red Dodge Challenger. While in Season 1 of Walking Dead, Walter and Jesse's Blue Sky meth can clearly be seen in Daryl's stash of drugs that came from his brother Merle. But it doesn't stop there. In Season 4, Daryl discusses his brother's drug-fueled past.
Merle had the stealer. This janky little white guy. Tweaker. He pulls a gun. Sticks it right here. He says, "I'm gonna kill you, bitch."
Now, how many junky, white, drug-dealing tweakers do you know that like to overuse the word bitch?
Where's my money, bitch?
The biggest conspiracy theory to hit The Walking Dead was that the entire series was just a projection of Rick's coma, which he wakes from in the first episode. However, creator Robert Kirkman quickly dispelled this in one swift tweet. 3. Zombies vs. Aliens. When creator Robert Kirkman pitched his idea about The Walking Dead to Image Comics, they were so unimpressed by his zombie apocalypse that Kirkman had to lie to get it made in the first place. Kirkman claimed that in the series he would reveal that aliens were behind the zombie uprising in order to destroy the human population. Image Comics agreed to this narrative, but by the time Kirkman revealed that he had lied about the alien twist, the comic was already a mega success, so Image Comics weren't upset about the deception. 2. Could you survive? The Center for Disease Control and even the Department of Homeland Security both have plans on how to survive a zombie outbreak. According to the Rules of 3 survival book, humans would die in 3 minutes without air, 3 hours without shelter, 3 days without water, and 3 weeks without food. World War Z author Max Brooks says it's the person who packs an axe but no water that's likely to die first. In order to kill a zombie, experts recommend attacking their brain or removing the head. And anyone attempting to survive a zombie apocalypse is advised to get out of the cities and into the countryside or mountains. They should also stock up on as many supplies and weapons as possible and wait for the CDC to find a cure. Although that didn't really work out in the Walking Dead world. 1. Vegetarians beware. If you're a vegetarian who wants to apply to be a walker on The Walking Dead, you might want to think twice. The extras on the show are required to eat a lot of flesh in their zombie roles, and in fact, they're eating cooked ham. In seasons 1 to 3, their dish of choice was ham in barbecue sauce, but the recipe had to be changed due to the vinegar in the sauce melting off their makeup. Lead actor Andrew Lincoln, who plays Rick Grimes, drew the short straw when he was required to rip out a man's throat in an iconic scene in season 4. He was asked, chicken or beef, cooked or uncooked. Lincoln asked which would look more realistic, and a few hours later, he was chewing on some raw chicken.
Hi guys, if you enjoyed this video, you might also enjoy a video that All Time Numbers made called The Walking Dead in Numbers, where there's some extra cool facts that weren't in this video. It's probably better than our video actually, so go and check it out. It's playing on screen now, there's a link here and a link in the description. As always guys, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.